So, hey guys, Chauso here. And yeah, here's my teams against Treasure Map V2 Kaido. And yeah, this time I'm only making one video with teams. I hope you can understand that the recent changes to content on global means I have less time on my hands for stuff. And yeah, I'm still working full time as well now, so it's hard to keep up with everything, so something had to be sacrificed. So I hope at least my mini boss teams will be helpful for some, but I understand that my boss teams, which will be max boosted, will be hard for most to copy, and yeah, it's not impressive to make those teams either. So anyway, let's jump into it. I actually got... there we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. I have a hard time scrolling. Okay, let's go down to the teams. And yeah, first we have the easy team, quotation marks. I've usually been using Buggy for this, and I'd probably start with Buggy. But these bosses have more HP nowadays, so in my experience, Buggy doesn't work for a long time at all. But at least it's very straightforward this time. You just get 3 turns to spear, so you ignore that. Block slots doesn't matter. And immunity. And yeah, like when I need more damage, I can just use my new versus Shanks captain. Special removes block slots, as a ton of damage, and I doubt we need anything more than this really. Will be super easy. So yeah, I don't feel like there's anything to say about this. Shouldn't be a problem for most people at all. Moving on, we have the Strength King here. This treasure map does have 2 strength bosses, which is a challenge, but one cool thing is that we have the V2 Nami boosted, both the 6-star and 6+ versions. So you'll be able to have both on different teams. So on this team I'll have the 6-star Nami. I'll make sure to socket her as well. Pretty high CD. We'll see when I need more damage later, because the way I think about doing this is we have Zoro Captain. I'm trying to press him. My iPad is not being cooperative right now. I've not talked about this before, but I plan to invest in a much better iPad that will help improve my production values quite a bit. And at the same time, we'll also make sure to get a very good mic. So I plan to do that around Christmas. We'll see when that happens. Anyway, Zoro. Like, he's boosted with -7 CD. So you basically be insta-charged. So that means we can just start using his specials, the super high specials. We can just wave clear to final stage. And since we have both boost and Zoro special reduces CD, I'm pretty sure that at least the specials I absolutely need will be charged, which is the local sea monster and Ryuma. Because if you look at King here, we get special bind by 4 turns, Zoro resists that, and we get 4 turns of death up, which local sea monster handles. He got buffed after all, so he removes 4 turns now. He also gives ore boost, and with smoker support he will also give an attack boost to all the quick units. So the only buff we need then is some color affinity, which Ryuma handles. And to note is that Ryuma makes type slots matching. So if you look at the classes of my team, we have a lot of slashers and free spirit, which means that Oriaxon will work. It's just Nami not boosted, but she won't be doing much damage anyway. So yeah, eventually when I need even more damage, I'll try and use Nami. Like, I can put Brule on her to get -2 CD for sure, and we'll see if that's enough. I'm not really counting CD yet. Like, this is a later problem, so I can just see how it looks. I can also limit break Nami to get a bit less CD as well. So yeah, we'll see when the time comes, but yeah, it should be good enough for the beginning. Full board of matching orbs, attack boost, orb boost, color affinity, even if pretty low. So yeah, should be a fun team, I think. Moving on to Jack, and yeah, we got another Nami here as captain this time, and I'm a fan of this team actually. I'm actually impressed with this mini boss. I've been calling Kanjuro like the worst recruit since I started playing, and I still think he is. But they did an impressive job to make him good for this particular mini boss by both giving the decreased chain multiplier and the tap limit debuff, and making every single orb except for tandem unfavorable. That's a lot of stuff they did to make this Kanjuro good here. And as some said in the reverse, suddenly it kind of sucks to not have Kanjuro for this. So yeah, I have to say, job well done. At least they left tandem open, so like if you have absolutely nothing and you have like Soba Mask, you can just bring him. But yeah, Kanjuro of course very nice for this, since he handles everything by himself. He gives a full board of matching bomb orbs. He reduces the chain multiplier debuff, and he also gives a chain boost. And since he changes orbs and is driven, we can use the Duffy support. And yeah, driven characters have their bomb slots matching. So sadly, that's only 2 units. That might be a problem, but we'll see. Since Nami isn't driven, but Nami will add a ton of damage to the team. Since it's color affinity in special, it's self-rocking death down conditional, and she does damage, so she can use smoker support. So we will have a ton of buffs. And if we end up needing more damage due to like the tap limit and such, I think that's also important to note with the tap limit, since like not many will be able to hit. So it doesn't matter that we only have like 2 units to deal a lot of damage. And if we need them to do more, I also have the Ben Beckman here, who can chain lock. So yeah, should be a very cool team. Not sure if the chain lock really matters since we have Kanjuro. I might make safe changes, but the teams are good as is, I think. They should work very well. Anyway, moving on to Queen, and this looks very weird, but this is a very weird boss. This team is definitely made for Germa, and I get the logic. Before the boss, you're supposed to use Germa special to do the captain swap, and then they'll stay captain for the final stage, and you'll just ignore the captain swap that Queen does. But I've said this before, I refuse tactics that relies using a special before final stage. This will change soon, since we'll soon get the JP changes after New Year, where mini bosses are just 3 fights, so it's a lot easier then to do stuff like that. But right now, like no, I will auto battle, and it's hard to reliably use special stage 4. So what I'm doing is I'll just accept it. I'll get a middle row as captain, and it will be either the Sanji or it will be the Yamato, and I'm fine with either. Both are very good captains. So yeah, basically, when I get swapped, like Zoro will end up in one of the middle rows. So when I use Zoro special, I guarantee 3 units with matching orbs. Then I can use Zoro and Brook to remove all of the debuffs. What sucks with Zoro and Brook is that like sure they give one big buff, but the other is small, so you can't get like Zoro's big buff and Brook's big buff. It's just unfortunate. It is what it is. But I can at least use Yamato, and I'm guaranteed to get 3 1 orbs and increased damage taken and easier perfect. So yeah, it should be definitely fine. It's nice that the whole team is free spirit, since Zoro only boosts free spirit captains, and obviously I'll be using a Zoro friend captain. Like I could try and find a Yamato friend captain, but it doesn't really matter much, I think. 4 times booster, so that's pretty nice for a free-to-play unit. But yeah, should be a cool team. Rockstar is just a point filler. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but for this is like the first time I've actually done like full 1.35 times or above. So it's fun to try that once. Sadly, like the mini-boss points don't matter much, but yeah, I still feel like the teams are good enough. Moving on, we got Big Mom, and this was actually not that easy to build, I must say. I think I'll change this, since I think I want to hit last with the Raizo, since he will have the 1 orb. It does... Oh. No? Okay, yeah. I thought I was done, but I'm not, thankfully. At least, not this time. Okay, but let's explain the reasoning for this very convoluted team. Like you see, it does have 5 supports that are not stats. They all do something. See, it's a complex puzzle, but let's unravel it. So yeah, on the stage 4 we get 7 turns of bind, so basically 4 turns. We get special reverse in the middle. And we have... And that's it basically. So I need to double check now, because yeah, I need to swap these 2. Because I want to use Raizo. And yeah, it's not that I need to use Raizo here, but it's more that... Okay, this build... I need to look at show final stage or it will be confusing, because final stage has the 2 special limit. So the special I've decided to use final stage is Kiku and Yamato. Oh, I'm using the 6-star Yamato here since obviously boosted by Queen. So that means all the other specials, if I use them, is stage 4. That's why I'm using Raizo stage 4. I will get Color Affinity. And Raizo also does damage, which means we can use Zoro support. Zoro support will trigger Queen. So then I can use Queen special as well. And I want to use Queen special after, since Queen has Shirahoshi support. And I don't want the color affinity from Shirahoshi, I just want the guaranteed matching orb on Queen. So I'm hoping that the attack boost, orb boost, color affinity will ensure that Queen does a lot of damage, and I can let that carry me basically. And we'll see if that's reliable or not, I am not sure. We also get bind, of course, and that's what we're using Kawamatsu for. He's very iffy for this, since this treasure map was not built with Yamato in mind. So suddenly we have Yamato, who's not Dex or Quick. So it just falls apart basically, since we'll be using Kiku as friend captain. Like, if Kiku eventually stops working, like I could maybe use Raizo friend captain. It's an option, we'll see. And that could change things. And Kawamatsu could be helpful. But yeah. Anyway, Kawamatsu, he's just being used to remove the bind. And then final stage, we'll get a full bar of empty orbs and attack down. And that's what we have to deal with. And basically you're meant to use Raizo there, since he changes empty orbs. But I really want to use Yamato. But Yamato doesn't change empty orbs, only block or matching. So then I realized that I can just use Queen's super type special final stage. This will give every unit a Dex orb. We have 2 Dex units. That means when Yamato uses special, Yamato will change the Dex orbs to Wano. So this means that we can use Stoffer support. So we do get an orb boost from Yamato. And increased damage taken, and easier perfects, and a few Wano orbs. Then we can use Kiku to remove the attack down. The attack boost doesn't matter since we'll have the Queen special. But we do get some color affinity as well from the treasure map Lafitte support. And finally we'll have 1 quick unit with a Wano orb, which is Kawamatsu, so I'll hit last with him, since he'll do the most damage. And yeah, Queen's captain ability does make Dex matching, so this should work. Yeah, a bit convoluted, but I think this should work very well. At least final stage, we'll see about stage 4 damage-wise. The intrusion is actually a lot easier for once. If you look at the quest guide, like slots to bomb, paralysis, death up. Bomb slots we can handle with Queen's super type special. Death up is handled by Kiku. This Kiku is a very good unit, by the way. Sadly, the support is absolutely awful, but might see some niche use. And we'll use Kawamatsu, I think it is. Yeah, paralysis. And Kawamatsu also has Cavendish support. This just makes sure that we activate Queen. Queen super type special, and also activates Queen special for next stage. Then for final stage, we'll change loss to block. We have resilience and a barrier. And like the barrier is handled by Raizo special, hits 12 times. But first we'll use Yamato to change the block orbs to Wano and get the chain boost and increase damage taken. And yeah, Yamato, Raizo. Yamato also has Doffy support here as well for orb boost. So yeah, should be very easy. As said, I'm just going to do some shuffling here because I'll explain when I've done it. First, I want to start with this team here. As said, we'll see how long it works. So I'll just move the buggy team here. Then I'm going to move these teams. To the reserve. There we go. And then here, I'm going to remove all units. I'm only going to keep Kiku. And yeah, this is just so that when we get to this boss, we can easily select Kiku friend captain. Then when I select team, I can just swipe twice and I'll get the team I want. And by doing like this, it's consistent. Like if I get Big Mom, I swipe twice, I get Big Mom team. And if I get Kaido, I swipe twice. And I get my Kaido team. So yeah, if you're not doing this, I can recommend it. It's very consistent. And I don't think I've ever messed it up doing it like that. So I can definitely recommend it. So yeah. I'll see how long I can do this. In another crew. Oh yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I have to swap him. I'll just put something random like Sasaki here. Okay. But yeah, these are my teams. I hope they were a bit helpful at least. But yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.